guys, welcome to another interesting segment on Home Truth Nigeria. Today I want to talk on signs your Nigerian man will cheat on you. I was keeping this topic, for a later date to, talk on it, until, some very nice and curious ladies, message me on WhatsApp wanting to know more about signs that the Nigerian man is cheating on them because they are worried that most of them are worried that they were actually being, cheated on. And because they needed more clarity, I decided, okay, you know what? I can't discuss all of this with you today. Why don't I run a video on this and, tell you signs you need to know that your Nigerian man would cheat on you? So, guys, as the very best, and the most dependable Nigerian you ever meet, I want to share with my inexhaustible knowledge about Nigerian men. Uh, Signs the Nigerian man will cheat on you. Just kidding. Now, being cheated on is one of the most, painful thing you can experience in life, and this is not only the fact that it breaks trusts for you as regards dealing with men. It also, one way or the other, it makes you feel insecure about yourself, and also this has also increased, the way a lot of women handle men. There are women who are on the phone 2/7, monitoring their partner or their boyfriend to make sure that they are not being cheated on because they've had this experience. So today I want to save you that heartache and the future despair by telling you signs you will most likely know that your Nigerian man will cheat on you. Now, what are the first sign? What is the first sign? I beg your pardon. The first one is he's not in your profile. Now, by now, you guys would be used to me saying these sentences. Guys, I will always emphasize one of your biggest mistakes is picking a man who is out of your profile. Now, what do I mean by this? The picture on the screen that you can see is a disaster waiting to happen. 100%. You know, love is blind in the Western world, but towards Africans, it is not the case. Love is not blind in Africa. And one thing you would do is to pick someone who is totally not in your profile or out of your profile. So if you ever think what you're seeing on the screen would work out, you are definitely part of the problem we are facing in the world, and you need to be sanctioned. You see, it is summer. In the next few days you will see a lot of Western ladies trooping into Nigeria. I mean, older ladies who should be enjoying their retirement, they'll be trooping into Nigeria to get married. Now if you look at these pictures on your screen, you will see that there is no future for both of them, for these guys getting married. There's no future for them. And this is the truth. The older woman has lived a future. This younger guy is yet to live his future. So if you think that this younger man would allow you to stop him from, living his future, then it's a big lie because it certainly can't work. Just take a look at most of the pictures you can see on your screen. I mean, the one on the right looks like a lady who just something from The Walking Dead, coming to Nigeria to get married. You know, these things, they're very, very, very important for us. One thing I can tell you is that you don't want to be stuck with a young man who should be out there enjoying his life, all because of your greed, all because of your selfishness. You are looking for a man who is old enough to be, your grandchild, to get married to. These guys are definitely with these women for the visa. Look at the picture on the right hand. The black guy is so angry. I don't know what's that he's getting married to, and all of this. Now, if you look at this picture clearly, you will see the lady on the second picture. The lady behind was shocked. She was wondering what in the eight wonders of the world is this. Some grannies will come to Nigeria. They're walking like zombies from Fear the Walking Dead. They're coming to marry young, energetic, vibrant Nigerian. I mean, this granny on this picture, she doesn't look like she would survive the night they consummate their marriage. And no kidding, this is the truth. And how would you, in your right senses, think this marriage would work? How would you, in your right senses, think this is real? Even in fiction, nobody would cast such in fiction. Even in sci-fi, it won't work. Nobody would make such mistake. If you are to make a movie or write some kind of a book, nobody will cast or put this as a storyline because it won't work. There's nothing to imagine. Now, why don't you, Western ladies, why don't you take your time to look for men who are within your profile? Someone that would match your strengths and will love you for who you are, and not put you through unnecessary stress of keeping track of a young man wondering what he's doing. I'm talking about somebody who would cherish you, treat you well, someone who is actually within your profile, who will save you, from future heartbreak. But the truth is that instead of you to focus on this kind of men that are within your profile, you're looking for a machine. You're looking for a man who is ripped. So if you're dating, uh, uh, if you're dating or you're planning on getting married to a man who is way older than you out of your profile, certainly he would cheat on you because this person is not within your profile. That is the truth. It's not within your profile. And I always say this uh, to you. There are some men when they come over to your country and they get married to you, they are quick, to go back and start looking for other younger women. And the worst part is that some of you are not energetic to even go after them. You've lost your energy because this man ideally is out of your profile. The second point I want to talk about is you are far away. Now, guys, long distance relationship is not for the faint-hearted. In fact, there are women who will never go into long distance relationship because of the physical and emotional stress it brings. And for those of you who are ready to go into it, or who are into it, big kudos. You're doing well. However, it is not easy because one snag that comes with long distance relationship is that it is easier to cheat in a long distance relationship than a relationship where you can actually have physical access, or your partner is accessible to you. I want to talk about, we live in a generation where waywardness is at its peak, celebrated globally. Now, if you're in a long distance relationship, or you want to go into a long distance relationship, I always tell you, please take your time to make sure you are going for a guy who is decent. At least go for guys who won't give you much headache or heartache, whatever the case is. Go for guys who have a triangular trajectory in life. Now, what do I mean by a triangular trajectory in life? I'm talking about a guy who goes from home to his work or business, and from work to business, if he has any social activity, maybe to play football, go to the gym, go to church for a meeting, and once he's done with that, he's back home. He has a triangular life trajectory. You could easily follow his life pattern. But if you go and date a guy who is on scattered diagram, if you're dating a guy who basically is not working, is not doing any business, you can't really hold on to what he is doing at the moment. You can't really like say, okay, after work he is going to this place on Tuesday. You can't really actually place what he's gonna do on Wednesday or Thursday. You don't know what his MO is, his modus operandi. He's always on the move here and there and here and all of these places. Trust me, there you are on your way to being cheated on. And that's the truth. The moment you're dating anybody on a long distance relationship and you can't account for him, today he's at home, tomorrow he's there, the next day he's there, the fourth day is there, the fifth day is here, and he keeps telling you he's hustling and all of this, you are on your way to be cheated on, and that's the truth. So always, if you are planning on going into a long distance relationship, take your time, make sure that the person you potentially could get married to and be in this relationship with is someone who is at least decent, somebody who has this triangular life trajectory. You could actually know what the modus operandi of this person is, and that is the truth. Another point I want to talk about is the physical difference or physically different. Now, most of you would not like this. Some of you would say I'm body shaming and stuff, but that is your opinion, and I'm just gonna tell you the truth. And whatever you call it, so it is. But you see, if you look or you are in any way interested or you're dating a Nigerian man who works out to look good and he's very interested to be in shape and to take care of his body. He's not doing this because he just wants to sleep and wake up and feel good. No, he's doing this so that he could stand out and also he could feel or pass this attraction to younger women. Or, in a nutshell, younger women would find him attractive. And that is the truth. It is very painful to hear, but that is the truth. Now, if you decide on going to date this guy who's very focused on working uh, on himself, do not be deceived if uh, he comes to you and tries to tell you all of these nice things and stuff. Most guys who would want to make something out of you, they will say it. Now, if you are into these guys and you are not in shape, you're not taking care of yourself, and you think this person who takes his time out to walk in the gym is physically attracted to you, then it's a big lie. Now, circumstances is the only thing that has brought this man to you, and that is the truth. Circumstances is the only thing that has brought this man to you. If this individual were to be successful, he wouldn't even look at you in any way. He has a good body, he's taking care of himself. You are the opposite of him, and you think you guys are in love, and you think like, oh, you have somebody who is into you. No, he's not into you. He's with you because of circumstances. The dude is either hungry or he's tired of Nigeria and he needs to leave Nigeria ASAP. And guess what? You are available. And he knows because of his looks, you would pick him. So do not be deceived, with those wonderful eyes, his or things he comes to say to you, because one thing I always to say to some ladies, if you have a Nigerian man who is very, very keen on his appearance, to look good, work out, and be on shape, and you're the opposite of him, you're on your way to being cheated on. Because one thing you need to understand is that Nigerian men love women who are endowed front and back, women who are curved in shape. And that is the truth. There's no denial about this. So if you are dating a Nigerian man, who really is so much invested in working out, he stands, you could see his physique, his biceps, his chest, everything. He works out and he's in shape, he takes care of himself. If you want to stand a chance in that relationship, try to be in shape. Try to work out the best you can. Please, I would advise you, do your best. Try at least work out. Try to be healthy. Try to stay fit, you know, because if you think you could just stand like Humpty Dumpty or Amueba, and you think like this guy who's like a Greek god, Spartan 300, is into you and is attracted to you, you're wasting your time, because there's danger lurking ahead. Because sooner or later, you will see a younger girl, a younger lady, who would appreciate this Nigerian guy. And this Nigerian guy, he would leave with this lady. And this is the truth. No capping on this. Another point I want to talk about is you are done having kids and he hasn't any. What this basically means is that you've closed the door, like c'est fini. No more kids. I'm done having kids. And yet you're planning to date, or marry a Nigerian man who hasn't had kids. Then you're a big time joker. You're joking big time. The truth is, I have told you guys times without number that if you're dating a Nigerian man and he tells you he has no problem if both of you don't have kids, and this Nigerian man hasn't had kids, please do not believe this. It is what we call lies in desperation. And sometimes one mistake most of you ladies do is that you you start talking into this guy with these guys. You don't discuss about childbirth. You just jump into the relationship like some hitchhiker, and the next thing you will be surprised. Now, what some of you don't understand, what children stands for with Nigerian man is this: a child or children, most especially the male child, is a symbol of the strength of your Nigerian man. They are a symbol of continuation of his ancestral lineage, his name. And in short, the children are seen as the future of this man. So the big question most of you should understand is that this man would not, because of you, close the name of his fathers. He wouldn't do that because of you. This man will not, because of you, be ridiculed. Say, oh, look at him, he's a weak man, he can't have kids. He wouldn't do it. His pride, it would be on the way. He won't do any of this with you. So if you think you will bring a Nigerian man to your country who hasn't had kids, and he will just come to you, be staring at you like Statue of Liberty or some Mona Lisa picture on exhibition, then you're joking, because the moment, and I repeat, the moment he is established. When I talk about established, I'm talking about he gets his residency, his green card, his citizenship, whatever it is. He will tap you one day and say, I'm sorry, they are disturbing me back home to have kids. The pressure is too much, and I want to have kids. And that time you can't, even kids. And he's going to tell you, with or without you, he is going to have kids. Now, one mistake a lot of you also make is that some of you will say, oh well, I've already had three kids. mm, Maybe I will just have one with him. Yeah, just one with him. Yeah, so that I will just like I can give him one child. Huh? Who told you your Nigerian man wants just one child? Who told you? If you ever see a Nigerian man who tells you he wants two kids, then he's being modest. The minimum most Nigerian families in this present generation go for are three kids. Three kids. Three kids. And if you are smart and you can still have kids, you could negotiate with him to have two kids. And please, while you're having these kids, pray to God in heaven that these kids, at least one of them, turns out to be a boy. Because if you're married to a traditional man and out of these kids it turns out to be girls, your Nigerian man would look for somebody who would give him a male child. And that is the truth. And that is the truth. So if you are planning on, like, okay, you're done having kids and you want to go bring a Nigerian man who hasn't had his own kids, and you just want to put him in your house like something that's been exhibited in the museum in Paris, you are wasting time. It's not gonna work. You're gonna have a very, very, very strong issues. Now, some of you will say, what about if I introduce him to surrogates? What if we go through surrogate? 90% of Nigerian men will not agree to this. No, not even 90, 95% of Nigerian men who are fertile and young will not agree to this. They don't understand why they should pay money to a strange woman to carry their baby. They don't understand it. No matter how smart or intelligent they are, they wouldn't get it. They would tell you, why can't, I mean, to pregnant someone is free. They just need to take a lady into the room and one bam, and that's it. Why should they pay, money to achieve this? And over time, such a thing becomes very complex. It becomes problematic. There are a lot of you ladies who have lost your partners because of child issue. There are a lot of you. I've spoken to a lot of you. A lot of you who have lost your partner because of child issue. So if you are dating a Nigerian man who hasn't had kids, and you've had kids and you've closed the door, he would cheat on you. He would go and start his family. And that is simple and true. The final point I want to talk about is you do not take care of yourself. Now, if you're a lady and you do not take care of yourself, your hygiene overall is bad. You don't dress well. You're always drinking. You're smoking. In fact, the kind of smoke that comes out from your mouth is comparable to exhausts coming out and the smoke coming out from exhaust pipe in a car. You know, and you think you could go on to live like this and you would have a steady home with a Nigerian man. You are joking. You are joking. You're dreaming. You big dreamer. Now, Nigerian men love their women to look good, smell good, look well kept, dress good, and overall have a very good hygiene. So, one thing some of you fail to understand is that most Nigerian women in Nigeria, they do not care if you're married to their Nigerian brothers abroad. They don't care. To them, they believe the Nigerian man married you to get his papers. They believe the Nigerian man married you to be able to stay in your country and become a citizen. So, if for whatever reason the Nigerian man comes back to Nigeria and approaches any of this young lady and tells them, listen, I am married to one Western lady abroad, but yeah, now, you know how it is. I just married her just to have papers, so I could stay. The women, most of them, they don't care. They would gladly open their fingers and say yes and get married, to them. And I always say to you, ladies, if you've ever been to Nigeria, you will see how it is very important for the Nigerian women to look good and take good care of themselves. And your Nigerian guy, trust me, he's a fan of these ladies. He may not discuss them with you, he may not even say anything about these Nigerian ladies to you. But on his Instagram, he'll be monitoring these ladies carefully when he's in the toilet, sliding a quick DM. When he's running errands, sliding a quick DM. I mean, you wouldn't even think of going to Instagram to check. Before you check, he's deleted everything there. And that's the truth. And that is the truth. So, therefore, ladies, please try as much as possible, to take care of yourself. If you're a smoker, try to discuss this with a Nigerian man, but most Nigerian men don't like smokers. You know, especially you're this type of lady, you smoke and the smoke comes out from your mouth like you're some old Soviet locomotive train. If you have plans on being with a Nigeria, take care of your hygiene. Very important. Or your Nigerian man, he will cheat on you. So for those of you who, you want to contact me, to ask questions, or maybe you want to get something out of your heart, like you want to throw some insults and courses, here you go. You can reach me on hometruth86 at gmail.com. Now, guys, in conclusion, I'm not trying to make this video to spoil your mood or make you feel bad. This is more like a reality check, or you can say it's a wake-up call to some of you who are living in illusion, to some of you who are, praying to God. A lady told me the other day, oh, I have to pray to God to reveal who this man is. And I was like, hey, hello, look, God has answered your prayers. I am telling you, he's a scammer. She was like, what did you say? I said, God has answered your prayers, and I'm telling you, he's a scammer. Because one thing I'm telling you today, these are answered prayers, wishes, answers you're looking for. That on this condition, your Nigerian man would cheat on you. And don't ever live in the illusion to say, oh, people are now waking up now. People are getting married to men older, women older. No, people are more exposed. Love is blind. Love is not blind. In Nigeria, love sees. Love has eyes. Love is very, very, very articulate. In fact, Nigerian men, before they fall in love, they put it at one side and then they think. And then when they're done thinking, they bring love, and position it at one place. And that is the truth. So I'm advising you, ladies, wake up, smell the coffee, or you'll be cheated on. And when you cheated on, you would on ring lights and start shouting about Nigerian men. So, guys, I would like to say thank you, thank you, thank you for your time. Very long video indeed. Please like, share, subscribe. If you want to comment, kindly comment respectfully. If you have something to say to me, insult, course, or some jabs, you can contact me on hometruth86@gmail.com. Also, if you want to ask questions, you can contact me on hometruth86@gmail.com. It is completely free of charge. Have a lovely day, guys. Home Truth, peace out.